This is my body, and I can do whatever I want with it. I can use it. I can abuse it. I can listen to it. And I can fuel it. People want to know what I eat. What do I eat? Chains! Loud! Chains. And listen, before anybody whinges about this in the comments, it's loose. It's barely even touching it. It's barely even touching it. So don't start. So in today's video, the plan is to try and take in 3 Koms, and I've designed a route around here that covers 42k that takes in these 3 Koms that I want. The trifecta of Koms: a climb, a sprint, and a descent. So we're going to head out and we're going to hit the descent one first. Then we're going to loop back round. The sprint one is near me. I don't know this road very well, and I could have sworn this road goes uphill, but according to Strava, it kind of goes up and then down. There you can see, I don't know if you can see, it goes up and then it goes down. That's a sprint. It's only 200 and just shy of 250 metres with an average gradient of -1. I don't care if I'm going downhill. I'll be... Shut up. The big one though is the 4 bridge lane full one. This is a little climb, short, sharp, stinky, and I used to have the Com on it, and there's like 3 different segments on there, but this one's the full one. So this one starts right at the junction at the start of this road and goes all the way to the top. So this is the full length. I've had the shortest KOM, I've had the mid-range KOM, but I've never held the long one until 2 hours from now. But if you watched my stream last night, you'll know that I'm not feeling great. Got a little bit of a cold, feeling a little bit meh. So I honestly don't know how I'm going to get on. Don't know, no idea. But hopefully, with my brand new super duper clean chain, might actually achieve something. Plus, look at that thing. Look at it. That's the bloody sunshine, kids. Probably wondering where the glasses are, right? They dead. They dead. They're currently on the B6234, sleeping. So I went down a hill. It links Alfreton to Chesterfield via Clay Cross. Went down this hill, put my glasses on so I could not be blinded by the water. Turned around to look behind me. As I did, glasses just went straight off. They're not called wind jackets for nothing. But it was fine because they were at the side of the road. They were on some chevrons where cars aren't supposed to go, so I was like, safe, no worries. Go back, pick them up. This cyclist started coming down the hill, so he's riding down the hill, right, and he's just riding, and there's a big queue of traffic behind him. And the speed of the traffic, he's able to keep with it, so he should just keep going. He spots my glasses, doesn't he? So he starts to slow. He slows down right next to them. I mean, they're a good 3 meters away, safe. But there's a big HGV behind him, and because he stopped, the HGV had to avoid him, so he went round him, and as he went round him, he mullered my glasses. And then the HGV did it, then a transit van did it, then a car did it, then another car, and another car, and 3 more cars, and that's it. That's the end of them. They're dead. Dead. Love those glasses as well. Fucking loved them. Alright, anyway, sports fans, here we are. First Com of the day. It's just down here. It's quite a famous one, this one, actually, because when the Women's Tour of Britain came through it, First is owned by Tom, who I know from Cycle Division. Then second down to about 50th is just all professional women. So Lucinda Brand's second, Ellen Van Dijk's in there. Who else was in there? Oh, pretty much all of them, because they went down here and obviously they went in a peloton, so they were just all flat out. So hopefully no real competition for this one. Not because of women, just because they rode through it. So without further ado, get the old GoPro on. Let's go get some Koms. Alright everybody, here we go. First com of the day, the descent. Already I know I'm not carrying enough speed into this one, and there's a slight crest here, and I should have started way back and just ploughed through this, but because I'd stopped and filmed that little piece there, I didn't really carry the speed that I wanted to, and already I'm like at 600-700 watts, and it's going nowhere. The other annoying thing is, you'll see that there's no actual reference to the com on my Wahoo, so I didn't know where it started, where it finished. All I knew is it started around, it starts around, that's it, keep that camera up, it starts here, so basically it started there, so you can see them, boom! But I should already be carrying more speed than that into it, but it is a descent, so maybe we'll get away with it. Just get over this crest and then downhill. I knew today was going to be shit as soon as this started happening with the camera. Not only did I lose my glasses today, RIP, but clearly didn't tighten the GoPro mount up enough, and the camera just kept getting lower and lower. So literally, you're just looking at the Wahoo Roam. So I'll put you out of your misery. I got the com. I got it. The com was 59 seconds. I did it in 58 seconds, although it hasn't appeared on Strava yet because I've privated my content. There's not a great deal happening. I'm doing 60 kilometers an hour. I push on a little bit there, and then I think I go back down in the old wattages. RPM of 125 if anyone gives a monkeys, but I don't think anybody does. Heart rate of 181. I felt pretty crap, and that's the end of it. There you go. Didn't see a thing of it, but I got it. Thanks. 1 down, 2 to go. Boosh. I had a bit of a problem with that first one, in the fact that I probably didn't do it, and secondly, the camera messed up, and then thirdly, it didn't actually show on my Wahoo like when I was getting near it, and when, you know how it's supposed, like this, look, it's supposed to show 1.5 kilometers away. It's not, and it's not showing it for this one. Now I know this one's right here, and I don't know, so I'm gonna have to check my Strava on my app to see exactly where it starts and just hope for best. A bit annoyed at that, to be honest, because the whole point of it is kind of running into it at the right speed, knowing when it starts, knowing when it finishes, and judging your effort. But listen, I know it's only Strava and it's only Koms, but still, extra good content if we can get them, doesn't it? I don't know if you can see this or not, but here's the com, just here. So it's just where that road I came down there, and it starts there, goes around this bend, and then finishes there. And here's where I am, so I'll get a decent lead into it. So com number 2, here we go. The sprint. 250 meters, negative 1.9% gradient. It's pretty, to be honest, it's flat. I didn't realize just how flat it was here. Right, 500 watts, 600 watts, 600 watts, 600 watts, 500. Come on, I should be going faster than this now. I should be. Boom, there's a kick. There it is. We're kicking round a bend as well. Do you know how hard it is to try and turn a bike out the saddle going round a bend? 1100 watts, almost 1200 watts. Run it out to the curb there. That's pretty much it. It's done. It's dusted already. I'm done. And I missed out by 1 second. And do you know where that 1 second was lost? Right back at the start when I wasn't driving hard enough. That is it. 2 down, only 1 achieved so far. It's not looking good, this, is it, kids? I'd love to know if this is going well or not. Well, I'll tell you, dickhead, it's not. Not bad. Dire on both of them. The long one's coming up now, so this one's 2.5 minutes of effort. Oh no, that's my personal record. Yeah. I really need to find out what the com is on this first before I go for it, because I do feel like absolute dog shite. But hey, content. But this one actually appears on my my roam. So I've got I've got a decision to make, but two options. So I can either roll into it from this side and turn left into the junction, which means I'm safe. I know I can get into it and get on it, but it's an uphill, a slight rise, so I can't carry as much speed. If I come in from the other direction, it's slightly downhill, not much, but enough, but I have to turn right across traffic. What's the best option? Because that could be the difference, just carrying an extra 2 kilometers into it could be the difference between doing it and not doing it. A mile away. I don't know. Fingers on buzzers, because here we go. Com number 3, the climb. Hey. Alright, so I took the executive decision to come at it from the uphill gradient slightly, because I looked on the com, and the guy who got the com comes into it at 26k an hour, and I was coming into this at 36, so I felt pretty solid. But already I'd had to burn a fair few matches getting up to that speed, going up a hill at 500 watts. Now there's a tiny little gradient here going up, biker, and then it goes downhill into a nice left-right section. I'm gassed here. I'm gassed, but I know I can just have a little bit of a relax around these two left-handers, these two corners. I don't think much is to be gained from these, so I try and ease off. Well, I say I ease off. I'm still at nearly 300 watts, but here we go into this left-hander. Can go through there pretty much flat out. It's nice that. It's nice, and then you go around this right-hander here, and obviously you can see. No traffic, everything's clear, we're going to go for this, we are going to smash it. What the oh my god! Alright, sports fans, never fear, I'm still here to tell the tale, clearly, because I'm posting this video right now. But this was one of the moments when you just think, pretty lucky to get away with that. Pretty lucky. There were a few things that went in my favour. Firstly, he made a pretty tight turn rolling onto the road, so it meant that there was a bit of a gap still. It was only a bike width, it was just about that, but anything bigger, and if it had taken a shallower turn, it would have put me right into the gutter. May have kept it up on the grass, I don't know, but it wasn't a decision that I wanted to try and make. So luckily for me, there was just enough gap to squeeze between him and the gutter, so it meant I could carry on with my com. But the guy had made no attempt to. He didn't even see me. It wasn't like he'd done it on purpose. Like, I'd come around that right-hand bend. You could see on the footage there was no van there when I started coming around that right-hand bend. So he's taken a look at some point, completely missed me, and then nearly physically hit me. But it is what it is. In fact, let's rewind it so you can hear my reaction to this guy. Dude. So anyway, it's down a little tiny dip there, and then we're across a tiny little bit of flat, and then it's uphill here. And this is where the pain starts. Now, I'm not making excuses, but you see there on my Wahoo, it says go. So that's now ticked over into the shorter KOM on here. I give him a little wave there. I don't finger him. There's no need to finger him. He gives me the old hazard warning lights as an apology, I guess. It is what it is, isn't it? What are you going to do about it? But here's where the climb really starts, and you can see, right, I'm behind. I'm looking down at my Wahoo, and I'm behind 5 seconds. I think it goes to 6 seconds, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it, I'm done. I'm absolutely blowing out of my arse. BPM of 186, I cannot physically turn my legs anymore. It's not like I don't want to, and I'm just being a bit of a whinge. I cannot physically turn the legs, so I gave up. I'm sorry to say, I'm not happy, I'm not proud, I'm not pleased, but I had to give up because I was done. 186 BPM, and I burnt too many matches, I didn't try hard enough, and I'm clearly ill. I'm clearly ill, or run down. I think that's the better way of putting it, I'm run down. Time to go and cry in the shower. All right, so what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? So the aim was 3 comms. I only took 1. I missed 1 by a second, and the third one, let's not even talk about it. I can't even use the van as an excuse that I got scared or whatever, because I didn't even barely notice it, to be honest, and it made no difference to my effort. I didn't even touch the brakes, so I maintained the same speed that I was carrying, just physically couldn't do anything. Just could not do anything. However, like I said in last night's stream, I've not been feeling great, and I've been wearing this Whoop band now for the past couple of weeks, and it's kind of starting to learn who I am, what I'm about, my sleeping patterns and things like that. And one thing it does do is record your sleeping and how good you sleep. It also records your heart rate variability, or essentially what Whoop say is that depending how much variance there is in your resting heart rate determines how well you've recovered. If there's a lot of variance in it, then you're good to go. You're ready for fitness. And it tells you that in your recovery score. Now, I've not come out in a full-blown cold, but I'm down. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's stress, shit that's going on, just illness because the temperature's just changing. You tend to like pick up a cold at the start of spring, summer, and you end up picking one up at the start of winter. But I've just not felt great. But it's not come out in a full-blown cold like it normally does. I've just got a couple of symptoms. But when I look at my Whoop app, what I've found is that it seems to be pretty accurate with how I'm feeling. And if we look at today, for instance, the recovery is 34%. It's in amber. That's not good. And if we look at the previous day, 42%. Again, not good. Sunday, 15%. I think I only had 5 hours sleep. Really struggled to get myself off sleep. And clearly had a crap night's sleep. Saturday, though, good. But Friday, terrible. So it's kind of, I feel like, so Whoop calculates how recovered you are by measuring changes in your heart rate variability, your resting heart rate, your respiratory rate, and your duration of your sleep. And basically what Whoop is saying, and what I felt was, don't do anything. There's something not right. You're not feeling great. You're not at your best. So any form that I did have a couple of weeks ago has well and truly gone. So I think it's time to just knock it on the head for a few days, get complete rest, no running, no exercising, no riding, no nutting. Just take it easy and start building back up again. To all those haters out there, Rob, I'm talking about you, amongst others who thought, as if he's going to do it. You're right, I didn't do it. But it's just fueled the fire for something even bigger and even better next time. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when we go live our videos. Don't forget we're doing the tour with Toby. We've got the new show coming up probably on Friday. We'll be back again with another outdoor, some comm attempt or something. I don't know. In fact, leave your comments down below. What shall we do for next week's video when we do something a little bit different, when we go outdoors? What do you want to see? Oh, and I've lost my Oakleys, so can we start a GoFundMe, please? They were my favourite glasses. And I know everyone's going to say, that's why you should have bought cheap glasses. But to have got run over by at least 10 cars, one of them being an HGV, and them not to even crack, snap, they literally just scratched up a little bit. And there's hardly any scratching. I bent them to the point where they broke just cause. But that's a testament to how good those lenses are. Now, if that was a cheap pair of lenses, it would have got shattered, smashed into 1,000 pieces. But it didn't. You buy cheap, there's a good chance you might lose an eye. See you on the next one, kids.